Hello, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Good morning, everyone. It's truly an honor to be here with the elected officials and climate leaders and to have the opportunity to represent Moms Clean Air Force and Ecomadres. Moms Clean Air Force is more than 1 million moms and dads, and our mission is to protect children from air pollution and climate change. We envision a safe, stable, and equitable future for all children to breathe clean air. I am Columba Sandes. I'm the state organizer. I'm a mother of 3 little ones who love to spend time outdoors, but because of wildfires, extreme heat, and high polluted days, and extreme weather, for most days it is safer to stay indoors. Unfortunately, like so many families here in Arizona, my family has suffered the impacts of climate change. My daughter Columba started wheezing at the age of 3. For spending extended periods of time at the park, and after 2 months she started wheezing at night because of high levels of pollution. Low-wealth communities and communities of color are more likely to live in areas with high levels of hazardous air pollution, including areas near high traffic zones and heatwaves, because in some cases, that's what we can afford. Pollution has been linked to a variety of health problems, including aggravating asthma and other respiratory illnesses, cardiovascular conditions, and even premature death. Our children and future generations have the right to a better and healthier planet, improving public health and achieving environmental justice. And this is why, as a mother and organizer for Moms Clean Air Force, I strongly support Biden's promise to make meaningful investments to tackle climate crisis and modernize our transportation sector. Our children and future generations deserve to breathe clean air. Thank you very much. Now, I am honored to call Arizona State Senator Kirsten Engel. Thank you.
Thank you very much. I'm very happy to be here. I'm State Senator Kirsten Engel. We are at a critical point. We can take bold action now to protect our children's health and their future, or we can continue to kick the can of climate change down the road. Procrastination is never a good policy. We teach our children not to leave their dirty dishes in the sink, and yet our generation has only increased its output of fossil fuels, further endangering our climate and our health. Here in Tucson and in the Southwest generally, we are paying a heavy price for our inaction. Tucson is the 3rd fastest warming city in the nation. Last year, our city even declared a climate emergency amid record-breaking heat and drought. Today, we are in a 21-year mega drought, which is likely to trigger shortage conditions on the Colorado River that provides 40% of Arizona's water. And recently, our state legislature held a special session just to deal with the cost of an unprecedented wildfire season. A new report from the Intergovernmental Panel on Climate Change just this week now unequivocally links extreme weather events to human influence. As a mom, I want to protect my daughter from harmful air pollution and ensure that her generation is not bankrupted by climate change. And as a lawmaker, I want to encourage smart investments that will create jobs, save families money, and create opportunities for growth. Investment in clean transportation does all of this and more. With investments to bolster clean vehicle technologies and build out the necessary infrastructure, Arizona can drive our country forward, accelerating our transition to clean energy and vehicles while creating new, well-paying, family-sustaining union jobs. As of 2019, there was over 62,000 Arizonans working in clean energy, and these investments will only benefit our state's economy. These investments will also fight the injustices that low-wealth communities and communities of color continue to face. Due to their disproportionate proximity to busy freeways and other sources of pollution, these communities experience skewed negative health outcomes. Transitioning to clean vehicles is necessary to reach a more equitable and just environment where everyone can breathe clean air. The recently passed bipartisan infrastructure deal is an important first step, helping to rebuild our nation's roads and bridges, but it only begins to follow through on the large-scale investments in clean transportation that 71% of the public supports. Our senators, including Tucson's own Mark Kelly and Kirsten Engel, have always been supportive of climate action. As Congress prepares to debate a companion budget bill in the coming weeks, we need our senators to deliver on climate, jobs, and justice and meet this moment for all Arizonans. Thank you. And now, Dr. Barbara Warren.
Good morning. I'm an electric vehicle driver, and I currently focus my professional work in part on addressing public health impacts of fossil fuels and climate change. Do you remember how clear, blue, and beautiful the skies became as we all began to stay home during the first days of the COVID pandemic? There were far fewer automobiles on the road, and regional haze was clearing away. Regional haze is caused by toxic emissions from coal-burning plants, other fossil fuel emission sources, and gasoline-fueled vehicles. Regional haze is not only bad for our environment and contributes to climate change, haze also causes many adverse health impacts, and it is deadly. Switching to clean energy can avoid 10,000 or more deaths from air pollution by 2050. According to the Environmental Protection Agency in 2019, fossil fuels used in transportation produce 29% of U.S. greenhouse gases, and automobile emissions contribute to 27% of regional haze. Additionally, the petrochemical industry that produces vehicle fuels contributes much more to the air pollution that we call haze. But haze is not only a visibility problem. We need to increase awareness of the kinds of very serious impacts that haze has on our health. Polluting emissions cause many significant health problems, including asthma, chronic lung disease, and cancer, lung cancer. They can also lead to heart attacks, heart failure, strokes, developmental delays in children, premature births, and infant mortality. All too often, these impacts are disproportionately borne by low-income populations and communities of color. Regional haze also has been shown to worsen the course and bad outcomes of COVID. According to the EPA, by transitioning to clean electric vehicles, we can prevent 52,000 premature deaths each year and save billions of dollars in preventable health costs. The good news is that we can each do our part to clean up our air and address the local and global impacts of climate change by changing to driving electric vehicles and urging our community and businesses to change to all electric cars, services, and all cars and service vehicles and buses to change to electric, as well as rapidly building out the necessary widely placed charging infrastructure needed for these vehicles. When we accomplish this, we all and our climate will be much healthier. I'd like to introduce Todd Haley from the Hotel Congress now.
Thank you, Dr. Warren. That was impressive. Great statistics. Thanks for helping me out with the physical challenges of. Good morning, everybody. My name is Todd Haley, the managing partner of Historic Hotel Congress and Maynard's. Both our businesses have been committed to improving our sustainability practices since I started 18 years ago. Our staff, guests, and I expect this as a part of our commitment to the community, region, country, and world. As such, we strive to achieve sustainability in incremental ways, both large and small. At the Hotel Congress and Maynard's, we've repurposed wine bottles for water glasses. We compost up to 500 pounds of biomass a week through food waste. We use solar hot water for the hotel. Conserve water in the millions of gallons through an innovative microbacterial cube in our wastewater system. We use low-flow shower heads, providing compostable to go, as well as living the No More Straws campaign. We invest in local, not only local produce, but local wine, local vodka. And to that end, we have spent $100,000 in a private label wine. And we are committed to transitioning to low and no emission vehicles. We thank the Senate for its promise to make meaningful investments to tackle the climate crisis, modernize our transportation sector, transition to clean energy, and improve our overall energy efficiency. Today, we are asking Congress to act now to support additional investments in clean transportation, like clean vehicles, expanding the market for electric school buses and transit buses, as well as building the infrastructure needed to support them to reduce pollution, create millions of manufacturing and construction jobs, and create economic opportunity for all. We are at the starting line of a very long race. However, we must come out of the blocks now. We owe a commitment to smarter environmental stewardship to the generations before and after us. This is a little too much. There are few places more beautiful than the Sonoran Desert, and fighting to maintain its beauty and overall success of the community is essential to our collective values, which must include water conservation, drought resiliency planning, and arid agriculture. These measures help protect the place we proudly call home, support future jobs, drive economic development, and financial sustainability. You all know there is more work to be done, and Hotel Congress and Maynard's commits to continue lifting up this movement, and in the very near future, we unveil an impactful opportunity around clean air, clean transit, and energy initiatives, so stay tuned. Congress, you must take the necessary big and bold steps now to improve our future here in Pima County and across the globe. Thank you very much.
It's kind of blocked. Well, hello. First and foremost, I would like to thank the Blue Green Alliance, Moms Clean Air Force, and all the speakers here today. My name is Fabian Sandes, and I'm a regional manager for the Southwest Regional Council of Carpenters. And I am honored to be here today representing labor. The Southwest Carpenters represents nearly 60,000 members across 6 states. And we are building better and stronger communities every day. Carpenters work on all types of important projects, from roads and bridges to airports, water and solar facilities, and much more. This is an exciting time to be working in transportation infrastructure in Arizona. Our senators, Kirsten Engel and Mark Kelly, are fighting hard to get the best deal for our state. We are also very proud to have members currently working on the Valley Metro Light Rail expansion project in Phoenix, which will help reduce traffic and pollution, and is expected to put more than 150 carpenters to work at peak. And we expect to do the same thing here in Tucson. We are ready to help build an extensive network of electric vehicle charging stations across the region, as well as solar projects that will ensure they are powered with clean energy. Every dollar spent on infrastructure in the Southwest is more than doubled in the local economy. That is a big deal for our members and our communities throughout the state. The Southwest Carpenters have been meeting with representatives in Congress and hosting them in our facilities and our job sites. We are sending a clear message that we need a deal that invests on infrastructure and creates opportunities for Arizonans. We need a deal that protects Davis-Bacon and prevailing wage provisions. Investing in union labor not only guarantees fair wages and quality health benefits for tens of thousands of Americans, but it also guarantees quality of work that is built to last. We are ready to get to work, and we need Congress to take action. Thank you. Now, Michael Peel with Local First, Arizona.
Thank you to our speakers. Thank you for the invitation to be here. My name is Mike Peel. I'm the Statewide Sustainability Director for Local First Arizona. Our mission at Local First Arizona is to strengthen the local economy by making it more diverse, inclusive, resilient, and sustainable through our programs, our resources, and our services for our locally owned businesses and nonprofits in our network of over 3,000 members. With the transportation sector now the largest source of carbon pollution, Congress supporting investments in clean transportation infrastructure is the best policy we have on the books to fight climate change. We need leaders in Washington to support efforts by the Biden administration to strengthen investments in clean transportation infrastructure. Pollution from cars and trucks, including heavy-duty vehicles, degrades air quality and threatens our health. Because pollution from dirty vehicles disproportionately harms low-wealth communities and communities of color, leading to increased rates of asthma and respiratory illnesses, investments in clean vehicles and buses can transform the transportation sector. It's also a strong step towards addressing environmental justice. By investing in clean vehicles and expanding innovative electric vehicle technology, President Biden is also following through on his stated commitment to environmental justice. This is also good for business travel across the state. And if Congress invests in clean energy, there will be enormous economic benefits for Arizona. As of 2019, there were 62,104 Arizonans working in clean energy, and infrastructure investments will create even more good-paying union jobs advancing clean energy production. It's imperative that Congress includes investments into clean energy and transportation when negotiating the infrastructure package. Providing these incentives is a win-win for both combating climate change and growing Arizona's economy. We need 100% clean electric power by 2035, all new cars to be zero emitting by 2035 or sooner, and all new trucks and buses to be as well. Moving to clean energy and cleaner transportation, including trucks, city buses, and school buses, would have significant economic and health benefits. Arizona is already witnessing investment in clean energy and clean transportation, and the benefits can already be seen. But if we want to continue these successes, we need leaders in Washington willing and ready to pass a robust infrastructure package. The proof points are already there. In December 2020, Lucid Motors completed construction on its Arizona facility. That's expected to manufacture some 30,000 EVs annually. The facility is set for 4 expansion phases through 2028, reaching more than 5 million square feet and a production capacity of 400,000 EVs annually. These investments are overdue, and we urge Congress to move quickly to enact them to create stronger and more just communities. Thank you.
Thank you to our speakers. Thank you for your leadership, for your words and your knowledge. As parents, we have a moral obligation to our children to leave a better world for them. And this is why we need big, bold federal investment in clean transportation. We have to remember that this transition will add more than 1 million jobs. And to give an example, it added more than 12,000 jobs just here in Arizona in 2020. We need Congress to protect our health, fight climate change, and take steps to invest in clean vehicles. This is why we urge our senators, Mark Kelly and Kirsten Engel, to continue supporting clean energy growth and investments in clean electric vehicles in order to improve public health, create economic opportunity for all Arizonans. Thank you very much.